Hey everyone, Winnie Man here from RollerDerbyNotes.com, and here at RollerCon we're going to tackle a slightly controversial subject in the world of roller derby, that being USA Roller Sports. Now, as we know, the WFTDA, the Women's Flat Track Derby Association, is the premier and predominant roller derby organization in America and across the world, in fact. All roller derby leagues, with a few exceptions, play by WFTDA rules, including the Men's Roller Derby Association, the MRDA. Both of those organizations all agree to the universal rule set that is the WFTDA. However, USA Roller Sports came into the game a couple of years ago with its own version of roller derby and its own roller derby rule set. And this has got a lot of roller derby folk a little upset that USARS is, some say, riding on the coattails of all the hard work that the WFTDA and MRDA have done to build roller derby up to this point, to rescue it effectively from the dead in modern times. So what we're going to do here at RollerCon is get some hard answers from USARS. USARS has not had a very good year this year. They had to cancel the 3 regional tournaments. They're only holding their 1 national championship in Stockton, California later this year. We're going to talk to the skaters, see what they feel about that, and what they feel about skating the USARS style of roller derby. We'll also talk to some fans in the stands, see what they think about it, and if they prefer one winner to the other to the roller derby. We all know. So let's find out what that's all about here at RollerCon. I'm here with AJ Epp, the roller derby coordinator at USA Roller Sports. AJ, we're here talking to get some questions answered about USARS roller derby. One of the, I guess, controversies that have recently come to light is the fact that allegedly, as far as many people are saying anyway, that USARS is going after Team USA because they're using the Team USA name. Can you comment on that and exactly what's the full story as far as what USARS or someone else maybe is doing about that?
Sure. Well, USA Roller Sports is the national governing body for roller sports in America, and we work under the United States Olympic Committee and also are affiliated with an international federation called FEARS. And the USOC actually has an Olympic charter that we have to follow, and so they'll stipulate what we can and can't do. And they also have the copyright privileges of using the term Team USA for their trademark, and they use it in other sports for USARS already, roller hockey, roller speed, roller figure, and we actually send teams to the Pan American Championships and World Championships, and they go under the name of Team USA. So it's something that we were granted use of as an NGB, and we just haven't used it yet for Derby because we haven't really had an international program, but we are working on that this year. So if there were anything to come of this, it would be the USOC telling someone that they cannot use the term. This would not come from us.
So it's the U.S. Olympic Committee that would be basically bringing the hammer down if it came to that, and not specifically USARS directly.
Right, yes. We have no, we do not have a legal team that is going to do anything about that. That's the USOC.
Okay. So another controversy, and this is sort of an unfortunate controversy, is the fact that the regional tournaments you had scheduled this year, all 3 of those had to be canceled. Could you explain the reasoning behind that decision and also some of the feedback you're getting from USARS leagues as far as what they think about that decision?
Well, this has been a tough year for a lot of teams here in the U.S., and not just USARS teams. Attendance has been down all over the country, and you can speculate what the reasoning is. I have my own thought process on that, but either way, with the decreased attendance, we've had a lot of teams that haven't been able to do the fundraising, so they just can't afford 2 tournaments this year. And it was the majority of the teams were saying, wow, we really wish we could participate in nationals, but we really can't afford to go to regionals. So after a lot of that, a lot of feedback from teams, we decided it would be more cost-effective for everybody to just hold 1 open national championship and concentrate on 2 categories.
Okay, so it really wasn't I mean, it was a money issue, but there's been some speculation out there that, well, USARS doesn't have the money to fund tournaments, or, USARS can't afford to hold these tournaments. But it's really a skater and a league kind of decision that was on board with this, because they wanted to play, but they couldn't afford to, so you just kind of accommodate them the best you could then. Was that right?
Right, and also we put on the national tournament, but we do not put on the regional tournaments. That's up to the host. So really the financial responsibility for USARS for regionals is minimal. It's a team thing. They do get a host stipend, which helps out a lot, but like I said, a lot of the teams that wanted to go to regionals couldn't bring up the money. It was just too rough of a year.
What's the goal of USARS roller derby and USARS as far as what sort of roller derby option you want to provide for skaters out there?
Well, our biggest option has always been kind of the freedom of choice when they come to USARS. They can play whatever rule set they like. Of course, we love our rule set. We do. And we'll promote it and hope that teams can come and enjoy it and find out that they really like it. But we do find out that we're a lot more flexible for teams, like I said, with the national championships, first year. Our goals? Well, of course, someday we'd like to help do our part to get roller sports admitted to the Olympics. At this point, I don't think it would be roller derby by itself because it's under the category of roller sports. Mm-hmm. If anything were admitted, it would be roller sports and derby would be along for the ride. But I don't see why, you can't have multiple organizations out there that have their own goals and want to do their own thing.
Right, and it's for the skaters to decide the kind of roller derby they want to play,
right.
One or the other or multiple. That's the way I like it.
Oh yeah, we've had a lot of teams that play multiple rule sets and they love it that way. They love the flexibility of being able to do whatever they want, and they can come to multiple tournaments. They can participate in ours, they can participate in others, and just get the maximum amount of skating. They just want to have fun.
Just want to skate.
They just want to skate.
Just want to play roller derby.
That's right. And we just want to support them while they play roller derby.
Good defense by Neutralizer. Says Jammer today that she has done a wicked job.
Actually, I love it. I love playing USARS because last I checked, USARS is roller derby, and I love playing roller derby.
All right, so specifically about USARS roller derby, as a skater, what makes it different? What do you like about playing USARS roller derby?
I like the ability to have to block two people from potentially scoring. I think that really truly is playing offense and defense at the same time because my focus has to be on holding back the star and also the stripe. So it's kind of a little bit rough sometimes on the old noggin to remember that. But I mean, there was jams where I was holding two people back at once, and I felt like a superstar. I also love the fact that it's continuously moving forward, because as much as I love the intricate toe-stop workings of other rule sets, and that's fun for us, the skaters, I think it's not as exciting for the fans. I think the fans do prefer to see us use the wheels that are under our feet, because I think that's why they're there, for us to skate.
I think a lot of people think that it's just fast derby. That's all they think it is that you're just skating fast. I've had a lot of people be like, oh, USARS, fast skating derby, it's not that cool. And then when people have actually tried it, they're like, oh, my goodness, it's more difficult than what it seems out on the track. So I think the whole pack being in front and running away is the main thing that tears people off from USARS because they find it boring. But there is a lot of strategy between when that actually happens in there, and that's.
Oh, nice job. With the advantage in front of the competition, she's going.
Think about it. What's your overall impression?
Oh my gosh, it was so fast, and I don't understand how they could switch their mindset from having to stop and the strategies of that to just fast speed with I never saw toe stop go down. It was amazing.
So it's the speed and strategy is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's really almost a different game because you just have to think a different way. And then they were the different rules with the pivots and the jammers switching positions. Oh, it was so confusing at first, but it's entertaining. It makes it so much more of a, you have to react so much faster to things. It makes it so much more dynamic.
Impression.
It's really, really fast. Most of it seems fairly familiar. We're watching the refs and watching some of the strategies evolve. There was a lot of movement kind of out the front that we weren't quite sure about, but I think eventually we caught on to most of it. A little bit of action in the penalty box also between jams that is something to get used to.
Right. So once you see enough of it, it kind of makes sense on its own, then, right?
I think so. If you're familiar with WFTDA Derby, yeah, you can make a switch a little bit.
Monterey Bay, I know they have pretty good fans up there. Do you think your fans might be interested in seeing this one day as well, some form?
I think so. Yeah, I think the crowd in that area is growing to adopt roller sports. Yeah, we've got roller hockey out there, and we've been out there for 3 years now. So something like this might be up some people's alley.
All right, so before that, though, I understand you're affiliated with WFTDA League No Coast. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I used to skate with them. Nowadays, I referee for them.
Okay. And again, I understand that just a couple of must have been a month ago now. You did a couple of USARS Swift double headers. How did those go?
Well, those went over very well. First, we would do the WFTDA rule set, which is what they're used to, and then we would switch tracks for the A team, and they played the USARS rules a couple times, and the crowd really loved it. You know, they liked the change in pace and the action with the two different active scorers for each team. You know, so it went over very well, and I'm hoping that they'll do it again next year.
Are you excited that hopefully more people can be kind of check this kind of roller derby out and see if it's for them?
Yeah, I hope so. I hope that people both enjoy WFTA and USARS. Me personally, I think it's great to play both. I think it's like a yin and a yang. You know, you get bored playing WFTA sometimes, and you're like, I want to try something different, and then you try USARS, and then you just got a little balance there. It's fun.
So options are good things, so people can play exactly what they want.
Yep. Try USARS. It's fun.
Well, I've been a proud member of the WFTDA community since 2004, and I'm in no way saying that I don't enjoy playing that, because I do, and I love it, and I think it's an amazing thing that we've all done together across the world. But I love bank track. I love men's derby. I love co-ed derby. And you know what? I love USARS, and USA Roller Sports is okay too. You know what I mean? You can like USARS. It's okay to be a proud WFTA member and still participate in other stuff. That's what's so great about the WFTDA, is they show people that you could find it within you to become something you're not. When the hell would I have ever jammed or been the scorer in a WFTA game? Like, that very rarely happens. It only happens when my team has a huge lead. But today in USARS, albeit not as effective as maybe another person who is a primary jammer, I forced them to call the jam multiple times because they were like, whoa, that big girl's coming to get me. So, I mean, it's kind of cool, you know? And when you're in the lead and you have lead jammer and you lose it because that opposing active scorer, you have lead active scorer, because they pass you up, that's so frustrating. But when you're the person that steals lead active scorer away, that is so victorious. It's like the best feeling in the world. And the crowd loves it. It's exciting. And I just don't see why there's not enough room for 2 or even 3 or 4 rule sets in roller derby.
Val Capone, thank you very much.
Thank you, Wendy, man, who's not from Chicago, I found out.
What's wrong with that?